Since 50 Cent claimed Queen Bee jumped him over his fight with her husband, it seemed that hatred runs both ways. 50 Cent spoke about his encounters with the Carter family and made it abundantly clear that he was not friendly with them. But what did really happen? And is it true that the Carters are an evil couple? That's what we're going to find out in today's video and more. But of course, before any of that, make sure first that you subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell for more updates and videos like this. Now, let's jump in. Rapper 50 Cent described the exact moment when Beyonce confronted him about his feud with Jay-Z. He claimed that when he stopped by Beyonce's house to speak to her husband in Las Vegas many years ago, she jumped out at him and was prepared to fight. She was on a windowsill. "We were in Vegas," he recalled during Friday's appearance on The Breakfast Club. 50 claimed that before Beyonce rushed out and pulled a no-nonsense confrontational phase at him, she must have believed that he and her husband were having a disagreement. And I'm like, wait, what is she doing? That's me and Jay-Z stuff. That ain't got nothing to do with you, girl. 50 Cent told host Charlemagne, The God, and DJ Envy, "He's throwing me off. Of course, I don't know exactly how to respond. You are still Beyonce, you know? She's brought all of the sexy over with that energy jumping off." 50 Cent acknowledged that he was shocked and taken aback by Beyonce's response to their argument because it was a development he had not anticipated. "I was like, oh, I didn't really know what to do," he recalled. "It was one of those situations where you were like, whoa. If you say this to Jake, he'll look at you and go, nah, that happened. This is Beyonce after all." And he claimed he never expected to be in a scenario like that with her. He claimed he didn't know how to react to her. When co-host Charlemagne, the God, brought up Beyonce's sister Solange, who is infamous for attacking Jay-Z in an elevator at the 2014 Met Gala, the show even poked fun of Beyonce's family. "You're lucky Solange wasn't there," Charlemagne, the God, told 50 Cent, referencing B's little sister's infamous elevator fight with Jay back in the day. 50 also joined the mocking and joked, saying if Solange was there, I would have had to reboot. Solange was popping in that elevator like it was nothing, with some gangster tea going on. Jay couldn't do nothing, huh? Meanwhile, in 2014, surveillance seen by TMZ during a Met Gala after party at the Standard Hotel in New York City shows Jay-Z and Solange fighting physically in the elevator. The bodyguard was seen attempting to control Beyonce's younger sister as she yelled, punched, and kicked Jay-Z in the footage. In an effort to separate the two, Queen Bee intervened, but Solange persisted in attacking her brother-in-law. When Solange and fashion designer Rachel Roy were supposed to have gotten into a verbal altercation, a source said Jay-Z had said something to set her off. There was a lot of speculation regarding what participated the terrible incident once the elevator surveillance tape was made available to the general public. The Carter couple and Solange said in a joint statement at the time, at the end of the day, "Families have problems, and we're no different. We loved each other, and above all, we are family. We've put this behind us and hope everyone else will do the same." Yet, this isn't the first time 50 and rap mogul Jay-Z have clashed. Their tumultuous relationship began at the outset of 50 Cent's career with the publication of his divisive song How to Rob in 1999, which 50 Cent used as leverage against a number of rappers who were more popular than him at the time. He had recently signed with Columbia Records and was waiting for the release of his album Power of the Dollar. So, in order to garner the most publicity for the album and his career, he dissed those rappers: Busta Rhymes, Lil Kim, Mace, Will Smith, DMX, Big Pun, Slick Rick, Master P. Diddy, and Jay-Z are just a few of the rappers he mentioned. The fact that many other musicians responded to 50 Cent was exactly what he had hoped for with the song. When they ran into each other at the Summer Jam Festival, Jay-Z himself responded to him at a meet and greet. Shaka Zulu, who was working in radio at Columbia at the time, took the new 50 Cent backstage so that the media could get to know the man and woman behind the song. The audience was also made aware of How to Rob's inclusion in a Sirius disc and its entertainment-only recording by 50 Cent. As 50 remembers it, Jay-Z was impressed by the song but told him he wasn't going to let it slide. 50 recall he was going to respond, but I didn't know he meant right then. I go on stage and that's the first time I've ever seen 30,000 people. 50 continued. He also said, "I'm about $1. Who the heck is 50 Cent? I ain't even know 30,000 people knew who 50 Cent was. I should send him a bottle of champagne for that." In an interview with seasoned DJ Funk Master Flex, Jayz admitted that he came up with the 50 Cent reference tune while getting ready for his performance backstage. Jayz said, "That was actually the first time I performed that record. I ain't even know it. I was backstage trying to make sure that I could get it, and I seen him. I bumped right into him while he's backstage. I said, 'That record you got is hot. I like that joint.' He was like, 'Thanks, man.' I say, 'But you know I'm about to go in, right?'" 50 Cent claimed that he was overjoyed by what had happened because he had just received recognition from one of the biggest rap singers in the industry. Columbia Records ultimately decided to position a machine behind him since his buzz appeared to be increasing. Then, Jayz proceeded to release his fourth studio album, which has track number 6, where he started rapping at 50 Cent, which is awesome. I suppose 50 Cent believed that he and Jayz had a committed relationship. He responded by releasing a song titled "Be a Gentleman," in which he cautions the audience to be careful with their words. Later, the song was included on his collection mixtapes Guess Who's Back, which was made available in April 2002. Unfortunately for 50 Cent, Jayz was preoccupied with his own problem with Mobb Deep and Ness at the time. The diss track was out and was unable to respond to 50. No one is certain, but some claim that he may have chosen not to answer to 50 Cent on purpose because 50 Cent was ultimately fired from Columbia Records after being shot 9 times. Never giving up, 50 then made a comeback in 2002 with a compilation tape Guess Who's Back. In June of the same year, he released the G-Unit mixtape before signing a deal to work with Dr. Dre and Eminem at Shady Records. His reputation had returned, and labels were waiting in line for his signature. Before 50 Cent released his debut album under Shady Records, Jayz instructed all of his artists to flood the streets with new music in response to his realization that 50 Cent was on fire. Despite being retired, Jayz is still active through the music of his musicians. When 50 Cent claimed that his album duel with Kanye West was really a conflict between him and Jayz, it appeared that he was confirming this. At the time, Jayz was the head of Def Jam, and Kanye was a member of the label. 50 thinks Jayz put a machine in front of Kanye West and did everything he could to make sure he won. "I was competing against an artist whose label was doing everything, and I mean everything, to make sure he beat me." Jimmy Iovine might not have cared about beating Kanye, but Jayz, who was the head of Def Jam at the time, sure cared about beating me. 50 Cent wrote in his 2020 book, "Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter." They have continued to fight throughout the years, despite the fact they both claim it is because they are rivals. Despite the fact that their disagreement with the Carters was never fully developed, 50 and Jayz have never truly seen eye to eye, and this has been the case from the early 2000s to the present. That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this.